Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Bigger Ford stamps government, says Jamaicans suffering under JLP. Retired Senior Superintendent of Police Colonel Biggerford launched a broadside against the Jamaica Labour Party JLP government on Sunday, claiming that Jamaicans were suffering under the current administration, which he also accused of being corrupt. Ford, a supporter of the opposition People's National Party PNP, made the remarks to reporters freelance videographer Llewellyn Winter while on the sidelines of the PNP 84th Annual Conference at the National Arena on Sunday. Police heightened presence in Spring Village following deadly shooting. The police have heightened their presence in Spring Village, St. Catherine, to prevent reprisals following Sunday's attack at a football match. Gunmen opened fire on spectators, leaving 3 dead and 6 others injured. Superintendent Christopher Phillips, head of the St. Catherine South Police Division, said the area has been on the police radar as investigators realize some individuals residing in Spring Village may be connected to the recent flare-up of violence in Spanish Town. SSP Phillips said Sunday's shooting was unfortunate, especially since there had been a police team at a nearby vehicular checkpoint. He said the police are hoping to make an early breakthrough in the case and have already collected several statements. Considering over 300 people were in attendance at the football match where the attack took place, SSP Phillips suggests the police have more than enough witnesses to give us some support with the investigation. He said one of the wounded people has been released from hospital, but the police are giving the others some time to recover before they are questioned. Residents of Spring Village are getting support following the gruesome attack. The police, along with pastors and members of the private sector, visited the community on Monday. Counseling was provided to family members of the victims. Deputy Superintendent of Police Paulette Baker, Territorial Officer at the St. Catherine South Division, said the residents are traumatized. Several of them, she revealed, have underlying issues and have taken the situation so hard that it's impacting on their medical health. Man fatally shot after hitting police on the head. A man was fatally shot Monday afternoon after he reportedly used an object to hit a police officer on the head at the Rock River Primary School in Clarendon. His identity has not been released. The man, who is said to be a deportee, had apparently been disrupting operations at the school. The police were called and the man was asked to leave. However, he refused. He reportedly used an object to hit one of the officers on the head and was shot. He died at the scene. Brayton Primary mourns death of 3rd grade teacher. The Brayton Primary and Infant School community has been plunged into mourning following the passing of a beloved 3rd grade teacher. Desiree Steer, 48, died suddenly on Friday evening at hospital, sending shockwave throughout the school community. She did not report that she wasn't well at school, neither did she show any signs of not feeling well. She taught her class throughout the day on Thursday, so it was a big shock when we heard that she had passed, Colin Robinson Allen, principal of Brayton Primary and Infant School, stated. Steer was said to have been a dedicated educator at the institution for over 10 years. The Ministry of Education Trauma Unit came, and we had principal, guidance counselors, and members of the school chapel who came to the administrator's grief counseling to the teachers, Robert Allen disclosed. The school has a population of over 300 students. She woke up and reported that she wasn't feeling well to her family. She suffers from hypertension, and by the time they got to the hospital, she was pronounced dead, the principal said. She was such a caring and vibrant teacher. Only God can come and explain to us why or what actually happened. With the start of the school year, teachers have been facing increasing pressures. Steer is among at least 3 teachers who died suddenly over the weekend. Petersfield High School in Westmoreland was plunged into mourning following the passing of its modern languages teacher, Charmaine James, while St. Jago High School is also in mourning following the death of Deidre Campbell, a history and sociology teacher at the St. Catherine School. We are back to face-to-face in-person learning, and we're trying to bridge the learning gap and trying to get our students up to par and see how much we can add value. With COVID, many of my students weren't online because they had no access to a device or connectivity, and the issue challenges continue, Robert Allen stated. We have been doing diagnostic assessments to see where they are in terms of reading and assessing their competency level in reading and mathematics so we can start the way forward with intervention for these kids. Hanover man charged with wounding with intent after 2 years on the run. After more than 2 years on the run, a Hanover man accused of wounding another during an altercation in August 2019 is to face court following his arrest on September 6. Charged with wounding with intent is 35-year-old Simeon Powell of Bull Bay District, Lucy in Hanover. Reports are that about 3:30 p.m. on August 15, 2019, Powell had a dispute with his neighbor. It is alleged that after a verbal brawl, he left only to return later, wielding a machete at the neighbor. The victim reportedly lost 2 fingers during the incident. Following investigations by Lucy detectives, Paul was arrested on a warrant on Tuesday, September 6, 2022. St. Andrew Central Police lists person of interest. The St. Andrew Central Police have named Shane Manhart of Highlight View Papine in St. Andrew as a person of interest. Detectives say they believe Shane can assist them with their investigation into a recent incident in the division. The specific details of said incident were not revealed. Meanwhile, Shane is being urged to turn himself into the Halfway Tree Police by midday on Wednesday, September 21. Anyone with information that can assist the police in locating Shane is asked to contact the Halfway Tree Police at 876-926-8185, the Police 119 emergency number, or the nearest police station. Public sector workers could sign 2022-2025 wage agreement soon. Public sector workers appear to close inking a wage agreement with the government to cover the period 2022 to 2025. Reporters has obtained a copy of the draft heads of agreement between the Jamaica Confederation of Trade Unions and the Finance Ministry. The groups represented by the Confederation, which are public sector workers excluded the police, nurses and medical doctors, were expected to give feedback on the proposed 16 pay scale and other benefits yesterday. If the majority are in agreement, the heads of agreement could be signed as early as this week. Retroactive payments to April this year will have to be made to the workers based on the agreement. According to the document seen by reporters, the lowest category of workers could earn a maximum of $1.3 million before tax, while the highest paid group could earn up to $24.6 million. The publishing of these scales would also mean the public sector compensation review is near completion. Areas of review which spark much debate, including the duty concession for motor vehicles, are still being discussed. Sunshine Girls move ahead with New Zealand series despite visa issues. Despite not having the full complement of its Sunshine Girls squad on the ground, Netball Jamaica is expected to forge ahead in the Tierney Jemison series against host New Zealand as scheduled. This series, which was initially scheduled to be a 3-match series to be played in Hamilton last week, has now been cut to 2 games and relocated entirely. According to Netball Jamaica President Tricia Robinson, the opening contest set for Tuesday is still a go, despite 5 members of the Connie Francis coach team still yet to arrive in New Zealand. Those 5 players were expected to arrive on Tuesday, but reporters understand that they could face further delays. However, with 7 players constituting a team, Robinson explained that they will go ahead with those that touched down on Monday for Tuesday's opening, with hope that the others will arrive ahead of Thursday's second game. No, it won't be pushed back again. We will just work with who is there, and we try to sort out the other issues for the next game, Robinson said, adding that a press release will be forthcoming following another meeting with Netball New Zealand late Monday. The series, which was initially scheduled for September 17, 18 and 21, was plunged in doubt after the Sunshine Girls were left unable to travel to New Zealand after not receiving their visas back from Washington. Shoot to kill, call comes out of desperation, says Bishop Bailey. Presiding Bishop of the Christian Holiness Church in Jamaica, Alvin Bailey, is of the view that the recent directive to members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force to shoot to kill is a sign of desperation. Bailey's comments come on the heels of Minister of National Security Horace Strang's indication to members of the police force that they should shoot to kill when approached by a gunman. Bailey argued that Strang's remark is a sign of desperation that is consistent with his continued poor performance and bankrupt policies to fight crime and violence. It is very clear that he cannot manage the portfolio, so the decent thing to do is resign, or the Prime Minister should reassign him to another post, he said. At this time in our society, With calculated, brutal, and senseless killings, our constituted authority cannot advance policies that promote the current rapidly evolving culture of disregard for law and order. Therefore, such a statement shows gross insensitivity and disregard for human rights. Persons in government, in particular the national security and the judiciary, cannot let their seemingly uncontrollable and unabated trend of crime and violence make them irrational in speech or in the execution of their responsibilities, Bailey added. Instead, he outlined that the government must resume engagement with the established stakeholders on crime and violence and consider implementing plans being proposed by the Crime Consensus Monitoring Oversight Committee. I would also submit that a consultative commission comprising retired high-ranking police officers and judges could be useful in the national efforts and strategies to fight crime in Jamaica, he underscored. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and